trunks are a bit hidden there, but it's all I have down here. Don't really want to take it away yet. It'll be something we'll work on. I'll probably have to spray this again. Take this old leaf off. That'll open it up a little bit. Yeah, I do love this little tree. I think I said that a billion times already. My apologies. I see there's new growth here, and I think I'm going to nip the growing tip off of here. It's not very healthy. Okay, so we're on this last branch over this way. This one here. It's a big scar there. I'm not sure how that'll heal. So we'll head up that branch. So it goes to a nice little Y here, which I like. And it didn't do anything at the end either, like I was hoping. And it's only got this one little branch. And that little branch isn't doing too much either. So I'm just going to nip the little growing tip off of it. And then hope something comes off of here at a better angle, maybe down this way. We'll see. A little bit at a time. I'm going to pull off this old leaf. And if we follow this one up, there, I'm going to take off another old leaf here. We come to this branch over here. So we have this branch, and that's actually a nice branch. I like it. So we have a shoot right at the base of it, which I'm going to remove. Or this, I'm going to take off this old leaf at the same time, because I don't want anything in that direction. So behind this leaf here, there's a little bud right back here. So I'm going to take it back to that. I'm going to leave that old leaf on to protect the bud. So we have that, and here I'm just going to take the growing tip off of this. And if we go up a little higher, we have this branch right here, and it's not too bad. I like it. I might, and the internodes are pretty close together too. I might just leave that one alone. Let it fatten up. And there's this one here that goes straight up. I don't really think I want that. Even though the branching themselves look really nice there, I think I'll take that one off. So that brings us to this branch here, which didn't do much after the last pruning either. I'll take off this old leaf from where it grew from. And there's only the one leaf on it, so I guess we'll call that one done. This one over here. It's growing pretty close to this one, but I think I like having a branch there. So where this leaf is, there's another little growth tip there. I'll just bring it back to that. Oh, I left that a little bit too long. There we go. So this one here is going up, but I think that's okay at that point in the branch. It'll probably droop down a little bit on its own. Over time, we'll see. I can always direct it back down anyway. Yeah, so I'll leave that alone. And then this final little branch here, I think I'm going to bring it back just to this downward facing stuff right here. It's all facing down, but I'm going to leave the old leaf there too. And then this upwards growth here, I think I'm going to remove. Let me have a look at it. Oh, through the camera here. You can get a better. I don't know, actually kind of looks okay, eh? Yeah, actually kind of looks okay. Yeah, maybe I'll leave it for now. Kind of actually looks good. So some of the branches are a bit long. There's a few little straight sections here and there, but I mean, it's a cutting that's doing really well otherwise. I'm sure as we get more into refinement, it'll tighten everything up a little bit, and then we can try and disguise or do something with these straight sections, maybe even replace it with something younger. You never know. But for now, I'm really loving this little thing. Yeah. Let me just double check, make sure I didn't miss anything. I'm wondering maybe if I should bring this branch all the way back to this branch. I wonder what that would look like. Did I miss that? It would create a lot more taper. The branches are closer together there. Yep, I'm gonna do it. Are you ready? I'm not ready. Okay, hold your breath. Ooh, oh boy. What's it look like? Actually, that's kind of better, isn't it? Wow. Yeah. Yeah, I do like that better. Crazy. Can't wait till the roots thicken up and I can kind of open it up. Hopefully everything catches up to this. I'm gonna have to dig it up often and cut back all the roots that are attached to the trunk so it doesn't grow so fast. Maybe some of these other ones will catch up. Yeah, but it is the trunk. Like, This root I think was there already, but none of the other ones were. Those are all new. Okay, I have to stop staring at it or I'm going to end up with a 3-hour video. All right, so that's the root over rock kind of taken care of, and I'll spray it one more time before putting it back in the aquarium with the really dirty glass. And then we have another handful of plants to go. Trees, I mean. Oh, and somebody asked me the temperature. I'll just take you out of this holder here. But somebody asked me the temperature in my setup here. So if we look in there, come on, zoom. There we go. So currently right now, it is, what's that say, 22 degrees Celsius, or what is that? 75, 73 degrees Fahrenheit. And the humidity currently is just below 70. And that's because I sprayed this morning, but I haven't sprayed this afternoon yet. Since I got you out of the holster, I might as well fly you in nice and close, eh? Oh, not that close, sorry. You can see the moss on here is just wonderful. A few different kinds of moss. I love this little mat of moss here. It's just so thin. And then there's a different kind here, and there's some peat moss here. Somehow ended up in there. Yeah. Over to what I'm pretty sure is the front. I have to look back on the videos and check. And there's the carnage. The carnage, Jay. The carnage. Alright, on to the next ones. Here we are again. I have a microphone now. I don't know if it works or what it's going to do, but yeah. I'm going to have to... I can clip it on here. I can clip it on anywhere. I'm going to have to get used to not tangling up the cord. Yeah. So, again, there's a little bit of a break in between trimmings, but yeah. So this one needs to be thinned out, my Schefflera. Doesn't look like it has any bugs on it, just seeds everywhere. And it actually seems to be doing pretty good. I always had a hard time with this one. So I'm not sure what this microphone will do. Or if it even works. I don't know. I hooked it up, I think, properly. Yeah. So one thing I have to do is cut off all these seed pods because there's literally... There's literally seeds everywhere, strewn about all over the place. So I'll be doing that. And actually, some of these longer ones I'm going to trim right off. Like these longer ones that are growing all over the place. There's some even longer than that. It's crazy. So yeah. So I might do that really quickly and then come back because the videos are a bit too long. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I've got most of the bottom stuff cleaned up, and I'll have to figure out this microphone thing. Not sure where I put it, but we're just going to thin out the canopy and hopefully get some more growth out to the sides here. Hopefully you guys can see all that. Oh yeah, you guys can see no problem. So I'm not sure where I should start with this. I've been just kind of letting it grow the way it ever wants to because it struggled for so long. It's all covered in seeds. I don't see any bugs on it anywhere. Give you a little spin. Old leaf here. I guess I'll take that off right now. Doesn't have very much for structure because, well, because it struggled so much. So I'm hoping that these are the start of aerial roots over here. And maybe I can get some nice branches that come out farther and some aerial roots that fall from there. That would definitely be nice. So the first thing I'll do is I'll cut off any of the leaves that are growing inwards. I'll just cut those leaves off just to kind of open it up. So get this one off. That little tiny one can stay, but I'll take off this one back here. Guess I'll take this one off too. There's lots of little bumps and stuff. Hopefully those are new branches and new beginnings. I don't know what the front is for this. I don't know if I ever decided on one, just because it had been struggling so long. This little branch seems okay. We'll leave that there. Look at this. And this. Hopefully we'll start to get some light down here. It's starting to grow straight up. I'm not really sure how these react to everything because I haven't been able to get it to really grow out. So I'm going to cut this branch back. I'm going to cut it back to this leaf, see what it does. It's tiny, but maybe I can use it as a cutting, I don't know. These are really stinky when you cut them. Yeah, it doesn't appear there's any bugs on it, luckily. So this branch here, it's the only one down here, but it's growing awfully close to the trunk, like it's not coming out. So I'm going to cut it back to this branch, this leaf right here that's sticking out, and see what it does. There's another one here, but hopefully something comes out of this one. We'll see. I'm still learning with this one, so. Okay. We've done these two. We come up here, and the branches are pretty close together up here, but not quite opposite. So I'm gonna cut off some of these leaves. Get some separation there. I think I'm going to cut the growing tip off of this one too, right to this leaf here. This one here, so dense where all the new growth is coming from. Oh, it's all tangled up too. Craziness. Alright, so this one here I need to bring way back. I think I'll bring it right back to this little branch here. Right there. Okay. So we're into the apex. And it's starting to do that thing it was doing before, where the new leaves are coming in and then they're just turning black and dying. That's what it was doing before in the house. I'm not sure what to do with it. I don't know if there's much I can do with it. So up here, I need to bring that back. I think I'm just going to take the growing tip off and bring it back between this internode right here. I'm going to nip it in between. I kind of want this leaf, I want it to grow back out this way. I think that's what I'll do. I can get in there. There we go. And then I'm going to take this branch out. Try and give everything more air. No, everything's all bunched together there. There's not much I can do about it. I'm going to have to leave some of that just to make sure it lives. Yeah, I think that's about all I can do to that today. I'll water it good and I'll put back in the aquarium and keep misting it, and hopefully it does good. Right? That's it. I'll give you a little spin of this one. Oops, too close. This one's not much yet, but hopefully I'll figure out what I'm doing and get it growing. Yeah, I don't even know what the front is. I don't think it has a front yet. That looks pretty cool. Big scar there. Yeah. All right. Let's move on to the next one. So, here's my next one. Way down here. And it's that little cutting that I made into a twin trunk, or am making into a twin trunk. Just take out some weeds here. The moss is starting to grow in here. It's covered in seeds. We'll take all those seeds off. And we'll check it for bugs. Does not appear to have any bugs whatsoever. Excellent. So, no bugs. Well, this one here, this side hasn't really done too much growing at all. I'm still not positive how I really want to style this. I'm just going to get it to grow first, but over here it's starting to grow pretty good. I'm just going to take the growing tip off. And then we're just going to let it keep growing. So that's it. Just a little one. Next. So next is my first bonsai, my first ficus, where pretty much all the other cuttings come from. Some little clovers that sprouted in here. And I'm pretty sure that these are all clovers too, but I don't want to pull them until they get their second leaves, and oopsie, and I can tell they're clovers because I planted some what's it called, thyme in here. There's a really busy spider in here somewhere. Holy cow, that's a strong web. So this one here had a pretty big setback there this spring, but it's coming back. It's still got a break here, but the break is actually almost completely healed over already. Oh, there's the spider. I'll give you a close-up of all that. Where is it? Right here, look at. Get Betty spider. Hard to tell. There, almost focused. Doesn't want to move, but it's a spider and it's got a really good web there. See? Just hanging there. Anyway, the break in the branch here, and it's actually almost completely healed over on top. There's going to be a lump there, I'm assuming, but it's really surprised me. If we can see it from the top, I'll have to lift you guys up a bit. See it from here. I was going to try and cut it and close it up, but it's doing it on its own, so I think I'll leave it alone. Yeah. So we did some Hail Mary cuts that didn't work, and we had some branches that had to come off. Well, because of what happened. I'm just taking all those seeds off. So I think I'm just going to give it a little trim back. This is like my favorite branch right here. I just love how it looks. I'm trying to mimic that on the other side, and I might actually be able to cut this wonky branch all the way back now because I've got a new one coming out down here. I know it's crossing with this one, but we'll see. I might take this entire thing off and use this one when it grows in. And then this one here, it's the only one coming off of that. And I got nothing up there. Nothing but seeds everywhere. Yeah. It's looking much better now though. I'm much less worried about it than I was before. Alright, let's trim. I'll try and remember to leave the little spider alone. It's just curled up in a little ball there, trying to pretend it's not there. Okay, so we have growth down here that's going straight up. I'm just going to nip that off. It's just going to interfere with this above here. So if we lift this up, we've got a little shoot coming out here. I think I'm going to leave it. And this one's kind of running parallel to this one, but I'm still going to leave it anyway. Oh, poor spider. Stay there, spider. You're safe. I forgot already. This kind of old curled up leaf I'm going to take off. Oh, the spider was attached to it. Poor thing. Alright, we'll finish with that. And this one here, we'll leave it. And I think that's good. So the one above it here has a really nice branch spread. I'm going to take off this upper growth here. There's a little tiny bud going straight up. I'm going to take that off. And this upper growth here, I'm going to take that off with the old leaf as well. Wow, this one's bleeding really good too. I'm not seeing any signs of bugs on this one either, which is absolutely excellent. Yeah, no aphids on here. It's quite surprising because they were all in that aquarium together. Okay, where were we? So all the upper growth that's going straight up is all gone. So we've got lots of growth going out to the side in pretty good spots too, which I really like. There's some going straight down there, but we'll leave it for now. And I'm going to leave the old leaves on there even though they're interfering with each other. And you can kind of see that. Just to protect the new buds that are under there. I should probably nip off the growing tips. So I'll nip it off here. I'll nip this one off. Actually, I'll bring this one right back to here. And I think I'll take this one right back. And I'll go here. I'm scared to take chances with this one now. So this branch here is nice and flat. So we want to try and keep it that way. But there's a growth. Oop, watch the spider. There's a growth over here that's growing back into the tree. Hopefully you can see that. Yeah. I'm going to chop that off. I'll take this old leaf off here. And yeah, cut the growing tip off here and just leave the one leaf. This one here, the internodes are real nice and close. Hopefully something buds back on this branch a little bit. I think I'll leave that one. This one here, I've got it growing back, which I kind of like. I've got it growing straight, which I also like. Okay, we'll see what this side's doing. So if we come over here, this branch is growing back into the tree. So we've got this branch here, we've got a little branch here that's going kind of back in, not quite back in, but into the other branch. So we're going to take that off. This is kind of going straight up, but it's all that's there. And this one doesn't have any buds farther back, so I kind of have to leave that. See what happens in there. Just gonna check quickly for bugs here because it kind of looks like there's some on this leaf, and there is. Okay, so we have some straight upward growth here. I'm going to take that off. And take this old leaf off. And I'm going to cut it back to this buggy growth here. Looks like I got them all. So I'm going to chop it back to that. Hopefully this one activates here and we can get some more directions on those branches. This one here didn't really do anything, but it's all I have in there aside from this big long wonky branch. So, like I said earlier, I want to remove this big wonky section here and have it nice and flat like the other, like this branch is. That big nice, well, not completely flat, but I love that. So I want to mimic that over here. And I notice under here, there's a new shoot here. So I'm going to cut it back to that. That was weird. I'm just checking for bugs on here to see if there's any anywhere else. Doesn't look like it. Look at just that one leaf. Okay, so if we continue on here, there's this one that grows kind of up, which I left it because it's all that was there, but there's this new shoot coming out here I kind of like better. So I'm going to cut this one right off. And my hopes is maybe this one can replace this entire one here, unless I get something nicer growing out the bottom. Okay. And this one here, I'm going to leave it because I have high hopes for it. Ooh, loose in the pot. I'm not sure why. Still root damage probably. Okay, so this one here, not exactly ideal direction, but it's all that grew off of that one little stub. So there's a little leaf here, there's a bud over here, and there's this one growing kind of upwards. I'm going to cut it back to this upward growth here. I'm going to take this this old leaf off. Only because that's all that's there, and I want to try and have something growing there. Okay, so if we go up to this one, there's absolutely nothing there. Just gonna check if it's alive. And yes, it is still alive. So, fingers crossed. And if we go farther up than that, look how thick this is. And it's sort of mimicking this branch that I really like, which I'm going to keep trying to do. So this one's growing a bit too much in the downwards for this time. I'm just going to cut back to here. See if we can get it growing a bit straighter out first before it starts to droop. I think there's too many branches here. So I'm going to cut, yeah, I better. I see two. Can you guys see that? Let me check. Let me check. Bring you guys in a little bit closer here. And upwards. So I cut this one. So up here, there's not only this branch, but there's this one that's interfering, and then there's this one that kind of grows up a little bit. And I feel that there's too many branches here, so I think I might actually cut this entire section off and bring it back right to here, just like that. So I've got another branch here. I'm going to take this dead stub off. So I've got another branch here, and then a new shoot here, and I've got this one and this one, which should do just fine. I got a stub here I can take off, and an old leaf here I can take off, and I'll take this old leaf off here too. I guess I'll take this one off. It's wonky little leaf. Okay. Pruning stub. And this branch growing straight up, I'm taking that off too. This one here. Yeah, I think that'll do that branch for now. And it's hard, we're looking up at it. And I'm actually putting some of these in water for cuttings there. That's what's I'm distracted by over there. So this branch here seems okay. I'll take the growing tip off. Another one growing there. This one growing straight down. It's all there is there, but I'm going to take it off anyway. Ouch, too soon to be growing straight down. Now I've got 3 branches coming from the same point. And I definitely don't need them all. I've got another one here, starting here. So I think I'll take this right off the top. I kind of liked it growing up there, but there was no new buds on it or anything. I don't think it would have done anything. Okay, so we can leave that one safely now. And then this one here, now we'll need to cut that back. So there's a little new growth here, I'll cut it back to that. So that about does that branch. So we'll go back here. There's a pruning stub. And this branch is just really long. Take this old wonky leaf off here. So this one's just really long, and there's a shoot right here. I'll take it right back to that. Okay, that about does that. That's that whole branch done there. So we'll move on to the last one, which is, it used to have a nice apex, but I busted it with a greenhouse. Okay, so this little one's starting to cross over this one, but it's going up. I wonder if I should make that a little apex, or if I should just make the canopy here. I don't know. But I do know that this bottom branch here should probably come off, like so. And this one here, it's got some nice branching and stuff like that, but I have this little shoot way back here. I'm going to bring back to that. You guys can see that? Yeah. Right there. Pop that branch up pretty far, eh? Okay, so I have this branch coming out here, which I kind of like, and this one here that I kind of like. I'll take off this stub, old leaf. It's kind of interfering with this branch, but I think as it grows up and this one grows out, I think it'll be fine. I'm going to leave it. Same with this one. It looks like they're interfering, but I think as it grows up and this one grows out, I think it'll be just fine. Alright, I think I'm going to call this one done. There, I'll give you a little spin. So that's basically where I want the front, and because I'm just in love with it, especially this branch, just in love with these branches. Oh, that poor spider, it's gonna be dizzy. So we definitely have some work to do here. Hopefully it grows something. We'll see, it's still kind of recovering too. And the apex. Yeah, so that's about it. I'll take you out of here and try not to wind myself up with this cord. So this trunk's not too bad, and the bark's coming. It's loose in there, but it did have a huge setback. I just love these branches. I didn't wire them or anything, they just did that on their own. This one, of course, broke. Holy cow, it's solid. Yeah. Beauty. This be my first. Not my oldest, but my first. Thought I'd do a little bit of an update if I can get past my tomato plant here. My figs. Yeah, try and get around without knocking everything over. So I brought all my figs in the house, and they're doing like super good. really like these trees. Not sure what happened to this leaf. Something happened while the leaf was coming out. That's a little grouping. There's two in here which I really need to separate. They're starting to get little branches at the bottom. And my big one's still big in the pot. There's two in that one, also getting branching at the bottom. And my little runt is still a little runt. There's the $50 challenge for us there, which, as you can see, the moss everywhere died. But the clovers are doing great! Yeah, I just love these figs. Now apparently I was supposed to leave these outside. I didn't think, and I still don't think that they'll... This one's a different shape. I still don't think that they would survive in our winter, but everywhere that I posted that I brought these in the house, everybody said that they should have been left out. I'm not sure. Yeah. Alright, so everybody is safely nestled back inside the aquarium and watered and spritzed, and now I can continue some decent care, watching for the bugs. Now hopefully these guys come out good. Some of these guys, they're struggling, but they look like they're doing something. Those cuttings over there look great. The sprouts in my little cup, I don't think the sprouts in my little cup are what I planted in there. I think it's those clovers. Those crazy clovers. So yeah. Nice thinned out canopy. That's that. Be safe out there, everyone. Thanks for watching.